swear that you will tell the testimony you will give this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. You are now under oath, and you may give a 5-minute summary of your written testimony if you choose to.
I have no summary, sir.
Okay. Would have testified this morning. This committee been willing to... I have a specific question for you, Mr. Duncan. You were fired by Andersen last week for orchestrating an expedited effort among the Andersen Enron engagement team to destroy thousands of paper documents and electronic files relating to the Enron matter after learning of an inquiry by the Securities and Exchange Commission into Enron's complex financial transactions. Did you give an order to destroy documents in an attempt to subvert governmental investigations into Enron's financial collapse? And if so, did you do so at the direction or suggestion of anyone at Andersen or at Enron?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to answer the committee's questions, but on the advice of my counsel, I respectfully decline to answer the question based on the protection afforded me under the Constitution of the United States.
Will you invoke your Fifth Amendment rights in response to all of our questions here today?
Respectfully, that will be my response to all your questions.
I'm disappointed to hear that. Continuing on my time, Duncan said that Causey requested Andersen's assistance in creating documents to explain, refer to them to assist you in responding to the question.
As you know, and as the record states, on October 23rd, Mr. Duncan called a meeting to review our policies as it pertains to work papers and documents and other related material. At the conclusion of that meeting, it appears that it led to a vast destruction of documents as a result of that.
Mr. Andersen, let me interrupt you for your company. Why didn't the top brass at Andersen immediately send out word to everyone in the company, and particularly those involved in the Enron case, obviously, to not touch a document, not shred a document? Why didn't that come down from the top immediately?
Without the knowledge, without our knowledge, without the knowledge of the legal counsel, that meeting was called, that meeting was held, and they proceeded to destroy documents without consultation, without inquiry as to whether it was proper or improper, and we find that situation appalling. We did not...
And all of Mr. Duncan's superiors in the company, including Mr. Berardino, knowing this meltdown was happening at Enron, knowing that this SEC investigation sat silently, just assuming that Mr. Duncan would do the right thing?
We were not, superiors were not aware of the meeting that took place on October 23rd, to the best of my knowledge. So he directed the action. We find that action totally unacceptable.
Tab 20. It's tab 20 in your notebook. And that memo...
You've done everything on the short-term interest rates. If you're possible, 11 cuts liability.
No, it is not. It's only a very small... We are increasingly getting firms which are conceptual, and Enron being a classic case, whose value depends increasingly on reputation and trust. And if you breach that, that value goes away very rapidly.
Andersen auditors had routinely dismissed so many violations of general accepted accounting procedures as immaterial that they eventually piled